In January, the Pentagon officially lifted the ban on women serving in combat. But in Afghanistan, some American women have been on the front lines for years.
They're part of a so-called cultural support team. Our Elizabeth Palmer was given unprecedented access.
It's just after breakfast, and Captain Tatiana Blank is opening up for business.
Can you tell them that if they could go off?
Her first customers, an Afghan family from the neighboring village.
This baby's all smiles.
And a baby with nasty diaper rash. He, of course, has no idea he's on Gorak U.S. military base, and the medical staff aren't doctors, but pioneering American women soldiers.
Basically, all they need to use is just this powder here.
Captain Blank
And she brought him back for me.
and Sergeant Eva Reza are two members of an all-female team attached to male Special Forces units at various bases in Afghanistan. The idea? To connect with 50% of the population the male soldiers never saw.
It was great seeing you again.
Before we got here, they had absolutely no access to women whatsoever. You know, it's a very conservative environment, and they were confined to their home.
Oh, this is a radio.
Call it a gender-specific Hearts and Minds campaign. The Afghan women do come to visit, get small gifts, and, this is the valuable part, talk. A young mother drops in, for example, to report 2 Taliban bombs found in the nearby fields.
I'm directing and controlling the sensors.
This is Major Wendy Corey, once a senior Air Force gunner. She's now in charge of the female teams attached to Special Forces.
Afghanistan women and children just weren't engaged at all. And we were missing out on a huge opportunity to gather the information that was needed to accomplish the mission.
Because they know a lot. They were just never asked.
They do, quite a bit.
But perhaps the most dangerous work for these female soldiers is at night, on strike force raids to capture Taliban militants. In this video, given to us by the military, you can see them reassuring Afghan women and children.
Hearing the voice, it's amazing how quickly things calm down. Just taking the women and the children and taking them to a mosque or someplace else that's away from the situation allows the strike force to accomplish the mission.
A study done for the military found that there is less violence when women soldiers join the raids. Sergeant Eva Reza.
You got to put yourself in that almost like a motherly role or a sisterly role, either through your smile, your voice, just softly talking to them and explaining to them the situation. And you hope that it works.
But in just over a year, most American soldiers will leave Afghanistan. And Afghan women in rural areas will probably never again see women in roles like this. So, will the American women leave a legacy?
I think it's going to leave an impression after we eventually pull out. Something that they know is possible, something that they can pass on. Remember when the Americans were here? These are the things that the U.S. females did for us and taught us and encouraged us. I truly believe that'll carry on.
For CBS This Morning, Elizabeth Palmer, Gorak, Afghanistan.
Well.